Well, have you had a good week?
Yeah.
Who's broken up from school? Oh, how long have you got off? 6 weeks? 8 weeks? 3 months? Do you go back at Christmas? No? Go back in September?
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Right, I want you to use your imagination this morning. And I want you to imagine a big, big cornfield. Has anybody ever seen a cornfield? Yes, you have. Good. So, we have a spider who lives...
That's like a spider's web.
That's right. Can you come over here a bit more?
That looks like a girl.
There we are. Right, you need to get a bit higher. There we go. So there's a spider that lives on the edge of a big, big cornfield, and he lives in the corn stalks. And guess what happens? Guess what gets caught in their web? Flies, that's right. Insects fly and they come in. So we'll have to have a long arm. There we go. So the fly comes in. And this spider, she's lived here all her life. And she goes, oh, I've got a lovely home. I'm going to live here forever and ever. I can see over there. I can see round here. And I can say, oh, and what's here? And over she goes. And what do spiders do to insects?
Eat it.
Oh, well, we had a very, very clever insect over here because she said, wait. If you let me go, I'm going to tell you something that'll save your life. And the spider went, okay, I'll listen. What have you got to tell me? And the spider said, get out of this field. Out of this field. The harvest is coming. No, you keep your hand there. She's stuck. Get out of the field. The harvest is coming. And the spider said, what's a harvest? I've lived here all my life. You're telling me a story. Nothing's going to come. No, it's true, said the insect. The owner is coming for the harvest, and it's going to be collected, and you'll be killed by giant machines. You have to leave. And the spider thought, well, I don't believe you. What's this harvest? What's machines? Never heard of this. Prove it. So the insect said, look down at the floor. So the spider looked down, and the insect said, look, all the corn is growing in lines. It's in rows. That was done by an intelligent designer. Oh, what a fool you are, little insect. Of course it's not. It's evolved. I've lived here all my life, and I don't believe it. So the spider did what spider does, and spider ate the insect, and the insect was no more. And the spider was sitting there very happily. And the next day, the spider laughed and said, what a funny story that stupid little insect told me yesterday. And it was a lovely day. The sun was shining. There was no wind. The sun was out. And all of a sudden, the spider looked up, and there in the distance was this big cloud of dust. And then it heard something roaring like a big engine. I wonder what was going to happen next. Well, we know what happened next, don't we? The machines came, and the spider's web disappeared, and the spider was no more. But the spider had been warned. Now, what does this story remind you of? Is there anything that this story could remind you of? Shall I give you an idea what this story could? Who died on the cross? That's right. So when somebody says to you, I don't believe you, I don't believe about Jesus, and you can say, look around you. This didn't evolve. This was by an intelligent creator. This is by Jesus. And if we don't do two things in our lives, you're going to be lost, just like the spider. So if we don't believe in Jesus, if we don't stand up for him, and if we're not baptized, I don't know what's going to happen. Do you think the machines might come? So what do we have to do in life? We have to believe that there is a Jesus, that he's going to save us, that we're not going to be destroyed like the spider and all the other people that don't believe. So it's our job to go out there and stand up for Jesus and say, there is a Jesus who loves us. Come follow me and I'll show you and tell you all about him. Thank you so much for listening to my story.
Your